A major international dispute has erupted. Donald Trump's controversial deportation policy has sparked outrage in Colombia, with its president firing back in a heated exchange. Is this just another diplomatic disagreement, or could it escalate into a full-blown political crisis? In today's video, we break down, white heavy checkmark, what Trump's deportation policy actually entails, white heavy checkmark, why Colombia is pushing back so strongly, white heavy checkmark, the real impact on Colombian immigrants and U.S.-Colombia relations, white heavy checkmark, what this means for immigration policies moving forward, white heavy checkmark, could this conflict damage trade and diplomatic ties? Collision. Stay tuned until the end for an exclusive look at how this could shape U.S. politics. Backhand index pointing right. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss breaking news. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today, we're diving into a major international controversy. Donald Trump's deportation policy is under fire, and Colombia isn't holding back. Let's get into the details. Magnifying glass tilted left. Trump's recent immigration policies include police car light increased deportations of undocumented immigrants, targeting thousands, including those from Colombia. Police car light fast-tracked removals without lengthy legal processes. Here's why President Gustavo Petro is furious. Keycap 1 economic burden on Colombia. Moneybag. Colombia's economy is already struggling. Taking in thousands of deportees would put additional strain on jobs, healthcare, and public services. Keycap 2 safety concerns. Police car light. Many deportees have lived in the U.S. for years and have no ties to Colombia. Police car light. Some could be returning to unstable conditions or even face violence. Keycap 3 diplomatic tensions. Colombia sees Trump's move as an unfair demand. United States. They argue that the U.S. should take more responsibility instead of shifting the problem to Latin America. Keycap 1 trade relations at risk. Ship. The U.S. is one of Colombia's biggest trading partners. Chart decreasing. If tensions rise, trade agreements could be affected, hurting both economies. Fire. Keycap 2 security and drug enforcement could be impacted. Oncoming police car. The U.S. provides millions in funding to combat drug trafficking in Colombia. Collision. If relations deteriorate, this cooperation could weaken, leading to increased cartel activity. Fire. Keycap 3 political fallout in the U.S. Ballot box with ballot. This issue could become a major talking point in U.S. politics, especially during election season. Small blue diamond. Trump supporters argue that deportation is necessary to enforce U.S. laws. Small blue diamond critics say this policy is reckless and damages diplomatic ties. Donald Trump's controversial deportation policy has sparked outrage once again, but this time, the criticism is coming from an unexpected source. Colombia, a key U.S. ally in Latin America, has publicly condemned Trump's approach, calling it inhumane and counterproductive. But what exactly is this policy, and why is Colombia so upset? Stay tuned as we break down the story. To understand why Colombia is so upset, we need to look at Trump's deportation policy. Since taking office, Trump has taken a hardline stance on immigration, prioritizing the deportation of undocumented immigrants, including those from Latin America. But the latest wave of deportations has hit particularly close to home for Colombia. Many of the individuals being deported are Colombian nationals, and the Colombian government is not happy about how this is being handled. So, what's the issue? In a strongly worded statement, Colombian officials have blasted Trump's deportation policy, calling it inhumane and a violation of human rights. They argue that many of the deportees are being sent back to Colombia without proper support or resources, leaving them vulnerable to poverty and violence. Colombian President, insert name, has been particularly vocal, stating that this policy undermines the strong relationship between the two countries. He also pointed out that Colombia is already struggling to handle an influx of Venezuelan refugees, making it even harder to reintegrate deportees. Colombia's criticism is significant because it highlights the broader impact of U.S. immigration policies on Latin America. This isn't just about politics, it's about people's lives. Trump's deportation policy has always been a lightning rod for controversy, but this latest wave of deportations has reignited the debate. Critics argue that the policy is cruel and ineffective, while supporters claim it's necessary to protect American jobs and security. One of the biggest concerns is the lack of due process for many deportees. Reports suggest that some individuals are being deported without proper legal representation or access to asylum hearings. This has led to accusations that the U.S. is violating international human rights laws. The U.S. has a right to enforce its immigration laws, but it also has a responsibility to treat people humanely. This policy fails to strike that balance. Colombia's criticism of Trump's deportation policy could have serious implications for U.S.-Colombia relations. The two countries have long been allies, working together on issues like, insert examples, e.g., drug trafficking, trade, or regional security. Donald Trump's deportation policy continues to be a source of controversy, both at home and abroad. With Colombia now joining the chorus of critics, the pressure is mounting for the U.S. to rethink its approach. What do you think about this issue? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth analysis.